Cast, and one of the HCS commentators, analysts, and grassroots content creators. And today we have another reaction and analyzing video where we're going to be breaking down some of your grand finals action between Optic Gaming and Faze Clan. Obviously, you know, in the grand finals, it was Optic that ended up winning 8-1. We want to talk about what made those wins so special. So we're actually going to fast forward to the bracket reset, and we're going to pick our Aquarius flag. This was actually picked by the stream. It was back and forth. It was a fantastic match. We're going to break down all the gameplay here, but I guess before we get there, we'll talk a little bit about the stats of the winning squad. Renegade, 29 kills, but 7,789 damage. Not bad in the damage department, but notice how both Matt and Legend actually somehow able to out-damage him. And I talked about this before. A lot of times, that's the winning formula for Optic Gaming. When Renegade has the most kills, but not the most damage. He's capitalizing on the damage that his teammates are able to create around him. He's that ultimate hunter. He stalks his prey, but he does it efficiently. Does Renegade. Love to see that. Big damage out of Formal literally all tournament long. Formal was maxing out with damage. I was quite impressed. And of course, you all would know the LeBound combination are going to do LeBound things. But we got the matchup already ready for you guys. Wait. My fault. We have the matchup already ready for you guys. We're going to dive right into it. And yeah, Optic Gaming versus Faze.
Side of Suppress, 1.39 on the side of Trippy. Remember, the CTF was the one game that Faze managed to take in that first series. They're going to need it now. Otherwise, the road looks too tricky.
Music is real.
And Faze is also going to need to shake off what happened in Aquarius last time these two teams met, because y'all remember it was a blender.
So obviously both teams fighting off the opening rip for that camouflage. And I remember thinking about this right off the rip. I was like, bro, I was actually casting this as well on the LVT stream. I was like, how did Bound get camouflage in 18 seconds? If I was able to actually find the point of view and watch it from the VODs, I would literally just go to Bound's POV immediately. Man got camo within the 18-second mark. We have seen him take like these crazy direct routes on Aquarius before, but it's just crazy to see it work so well here. Doesn't end up doing much with it, and that was a quick 3 down for Optic. So you notice how, watch this. Falcated gets the kill over toward the fridge side. So Falcated cleared out his fridge side. I confused that for a second. Doubled back. Make sure that he clears out one more player over toward the backside at the same time as Trippy running that flag. So from fridge to a direct route to clear out util, paving a way for Trippy to put in that first flag cap, or I should say, eventually put in that first flag cap. We saw the Dipsy Doodle here. That was so good, bro. That was so freaking good. That's actually a crazy play. One shot. Knows he can't stop this, jumps over the doorway so that he doesn't get seen by the cross mapper. There's no way that Renegade thinks he stopped running flag and took that route to jump over the doorway to hide in Gen. No way that he thinks that. No. Like, dude, that is just a heads up high IQ play right there. Big double by Legend. Big trade by Legend, but there's no way it's enough. Yeah, Penguin punches in that one, and that's the first flag cap for Faze. So, again, what I thought was about to be ran in Optic's base was actually them clearing out the util side, but some tricky play by Trippy leads to their first flag cap. Love that. Optic right on the counter, though. Good timed one run by Renegade. We see a bit of a hesitation here, and although he knows that Faze are fresh off of a 3 down, it seems like he also knows that Faze are coming off a spawn here. So he wants to hesitate just a little bit here and wait for that first pick. That first pick is all they really need. Bow takes down Suppressed. Flag starts getting moved here. Faze don't double back through their base, so he gets that pull off. Love that understanding the timing that there's a player that probably pushed Utel, so he takes a more direct route towards the mid to try to get out of that line of sight. Penguin's still able to get his though. Good defense by Faze. Good defense, almost converts to a camouflage grab. Legend doesn't get that camo either. Hold on. A cursed camo for a bit here. I do want to go in with the listening though. Hold on, I want to listen to the listening.
Okay, that's him. He's one was our gen. Nice nade. Hit him with that. Weak.
Watch out, our gen, dude. Two there.
Okay, two.
Low gen.
Nice, that's green gun down there.
Our low gen now.
He's going for that green gun.
Going back to card. Come back to you.
I connect there. Coming card two.
Where did that nade come from?
Going blue gen. My child, you call one.
I'm behind him. I'm behind these guys.
Still blue gen, guys.
Yo, front base. Watch out. Card
Yeah, you guys talking, Joey?
Yo, look. Watch out, card one on me.
They're Peter in. I'm coming.
Watch out, their gen. Absolute their gen. Nice.
I'll be ridge.
Maybe 2 here.
On me.
Two dead.
I want to
Two dead.
He's like back flag or something. Two there, back flag. I hear that.
Got one.
They're first half.
Two shot, there's flag. Two shot,
Donnie.
on the beer. He's top trims. Dead.
Nice. Two. I'm trying to look.
Dead.
Where?
I don't see Gen.
Right.
Slip.
P1 right now. Watch out, Jen. P1.
Weak gen. Legend. Watch out, gen. Absolute gen still.
One was our P1, guys.
You guys are brick.
I died.
Hear that?
Good
Going
nade.
card three.
Good nade.
Card three after that. Card three, Mike.
Nice kill, Mike.
Card three, Mike.
R3 still. One was card 2.
Nice, Mike. Watch out, card three. Watch out, card three. Let's go, card two or something.
Faze sounded pretty cool and calm and collected about things.
Just want to talk about the plays being made on both sides, bro. Look at this. Suppress has his flag over towards Utel. A banger of a nade obliterates them. Multiple go down for Faze, and I'm thinking, okay, this is about to be a counter cap. But then what does Falcon do? Answer right back with a triple of his own. Like that, like clutch plays by Optic to stop that flag, and then even like clutcher play by Falcon to neutralize the situation. That was pretty nasty, not gonna lie. Like just a crazy back and forth by both of the squads.
We heard Royal One talking about it yesterday. It's amazing to hear the calmness and the clarity in those comms. For a lot of people, it might have sounded too quiet, but this is how Faze likes to play. We'll see if they
Good camo grab by Renegade.
easy with 2 dead and Renegade now pushing with the camo.
10 and 7 at the moment for Renegade in this game. On the other side is Falcon leading the way for kills, 10 and 6 for him. We're on the POV to watch him collect quite a few of those in the last few moments as well.
It's tough. If he, like, Renegade grabs this camo, and he know he has nowhere to go, bro. He wants to find a way behind them, but Penguin, like, it's like Penguin's watching the one entrance. Trippy's watching bottom. Suppressed is watching top P. There's nowhere for Renegade to penetrate without being seen immediately. And the moment that he is, they're able to collapse on him. Like, it's highly unfortunate. Like, where does he go? I mean, at this point, I wonder if it would have made more sense for him to realize the situation like he has and just double back and go like shroom stairs and behind their base with the camo. Because, like, he's now double back like 12 times here with this camouflage. He's like, how do I infiltrate them? Oh, a miss melee. You can tell Renegade's frustrated with that. He's definitely frustrated with the patience of Faze. Good, I mean, good patience out of them though.
Faze loses another member, they're gonna have to fight out of their base again.
Almost got a flank here as well. Checks his corners. Runs it into a Faze.
Again, good defense by Faze. Faze know that Optic are overwhelming their base, so they like slow it down a bit until they get the first 2 kills. Now they want to break through here.
A few things to talk about. Firstly, I think Optic was a little impatient compared to the other times that we've seen them play Aquarius. 7 minutes left on the clock still.
Unfortunately, landing on that nade.
The Faze did really well to time the entry on the pink door immediately. They make sure to 2v1 it without wasting any time. They were much more isolated in their push
Good trade.
when we saw them play Aqua last time.
Damn, did Balin get back-to-back 5s?
The entry on the pink door immediately. They make sure to 2v1 it without wasting any time. They were much more isolated.
No, Penguin 5'd Renegade. That's what happened. Penguin 5'd Renegade, and then Bound 5'd him. Okay.
1v1 on the map momentarily there. Both players on opposite sides of the map. Faze still with this 1 flag advantage.
crazy that this game, like one thing I just noticed, the crazy that this game ends 4-3 when we're looking at like literally almost half the game is already gone and it's just 1-0. And the game is just 1-0 right now and half the game's already done.
One of the big Falcon. He will confirm that kill and now takes the 1v1, which will be traded out. 2 dead on either side of the stage at the moment. Formal looking to push it into the Faze base though. He'll find Trippy, who'll get the kill, and he's got some support here to think about a flag run.
Good pre-nades as well. That's going to lock off bridge. Flag doesn't quite go out just yet. And to be honest, loses just a little bit of time.
Yeah, that little bit of timing loss definitely kind of caught. I mean, no matter what, he probably would have died anyways, but he wanted that flag to go off the base and for it to really be like a distraction and kind of draw the attention of the enemy squad. He ends up having to like double back and pull that flag again. And by that time, he's like kind of overextended and the team is already kind of looking at him. Honestly, I'm almost wondering if he would have just left that flag over toward the front base, would it still kind of have done its job even without being off the base? It would have been better to be off the base, but it still was a distraction pull, which I feel like at the end of the day, that's kind of what he was looking for anyways. Good kill by Bound. Good kill by... Good. That's huge. That is huge right there. Look at this. Look at this. I just run the flag. Couple shots on suppressed there. Has to turn and take down Penguin. A missed melee almost cost him, but either way, as Formal's backing down, he's able to distract and take down suppressed. Like, honestly, this flag does not go in without Bound. Bound goes down right there, but that life definitely guaranteed this flag cap for them.
Nicely done there for Legend. He does not wait his shield for his shields to recharge. Renegade, last player alive here for Optic, and now Faze will continue with the aggression.
Still crazy. What? We're at like 7 minutes of gameplay so far. We've seen 2 flag caps. This game ends 4-3. Like that, we're gonna see a whole lot of flag caps soon.
Optic have info on where the last 2 players are. The flag is running as well. Legend finds 2. Optic will run this one in as well. They're going to turn this game around. It's 2-1 to Optic.
And Mark, you called it. It was a little bit too close for comfort the entire time that Faze was up by that one.
Good cap by Optic here.
It's going to be a staggered 3 dead for the side of Faze, and Optic will continue with the pressure. They back-to-back cap.
Legend on util, Formal on the P side. They're going to collapse from both sides together here. Legend holding on to the util, Formal with a great couple of kills, and if they're already blocking util, they're gonna run that flag right up the middle. A fresh 2 down, blocking util. That's just a good textbook run. Bit of a fumble there, but wow, dude, back-to-back clean caps out of Optic. And I think what makes what's even more important is that not only were they able to cap that flag, but they lost minimal resources. So there was no chance for a counter cap. In fact, instead of them going like, because a lot of times in order to cap a flag, you have to go 2, 3, sometimes even 4 down. It was Faze that went 3 down. So Optic not only able to cap a flag, but also allowing Renegade to like sneak in behind enemy lines. Faze are still coming up, and there's no way, bro. There's no shot. Nah, both of his teammates go down. About to say, bro. I would have freaked out. Good nade. Great nade. Renegade might be back here right now, but Faze have a lot of damage, a lot of advantage, and the flag pulled out. As I said, they go 3 down. Never mind. As I say that, they go 3 down. They're still able to run it though, and I believe they spawned fridge. So even though they were 3 down, they kept that flag alive, ran it back towards their spawning players. But and they keep it alive here. Renegade drops that flag off. He knows that his team is 3 down, and he wants to take space immediately. Crazy confident play by Renegade, and now this can turn into a huge one. Because Faze have no idea that he dropped that flag off for a spawner and pushed up here. Now, how does Falcon see that, bro? How does Falcon see this? He just checked the corner. Bro, Falcated just checked that corner. He didn't, not like he even seen the tip of his gun or anything. He was like, nah, bro. We're checking every corner. Surprised. I would have, especially like as the enemy team was 3 down, I would have never checked that. That was kind of a big play by Falcated. Doesn't seem like much, but to have that awareness, that's huge. That's huge. Bro.
With minimal damage taken. Actually, no damage taken. So
Fresh off, bro. So Optic are 3 down. Not only does Falcated have the awareness to check this corner here for Renegade, but on top of that, look at the plays that are made even after that. So checks the corner, gets the kill on Falcated, avoids the stick. Falcated then pushed up immediately towards car side. He could hesitate for camo, or he could trust his teammates and keep pushing forward because they need to return fast. Patient, waits for Formal to overextend. Bound doesn't respond to the call out. That's an easy kill. A weakened legend goes down as well. And now Falcated gets the return. Bro, Falcated has had a crazy tournament, bro. Dude. Big plays by Falcated.
And Falcated was still alive. Finally, Renegade will take him down. That's such an important kill for Optic, just to stabilize it.
very important kill, gonna buy them just a little bit of time to push out of their own base. Most
Minute and 30 seconds left.
left in the game, so even though Faze makes sure to
Remember, after 7 minutes of gameplay, we saw 2 caps. Over the last maybe 3.5 minutes, we've now seen what 3 more over the last like 2.5 minutes.
They know they don't want to play this too defensively and let Faze take map control without being challenged. And by picking up these kills,
Optic do a great job of clearing out every inch of their base right there.
closer and closer to an
Suppress at a sneaky angle over towards Fridge. Faze were kind of approaching from the car side as well. Optic understand the situation. They understand at this point, watch every avenue. Nobody sneaks through. And those are some big kills.
They're gonna go now, but they got 4 more up in your gym. Look how aggressive they're being here, Optic Gaming. There is an overextension coming in from Suppressed on the pink side. And Trippy with that big win.
Oh, hold on. Hold on.
How aggressive they're being here. Optic
Yo, big game trip.
extension coming in from Suppressed. On the
Hold on 1 second. What? So remember, Formal said he needed teammates that can win pivs. Trippy gets dropped, comes in, he gets dropped from the roster, comes into this fight half shields here. Formal's full shields. If Formal gets this kill, he can convert it into extra damage here. He does. I think he did take some extra damage from the back though. So it wasn't exactly a one-on-one piv. There was at least one shot that snuck in from somewhere else. Still though, big kill by Trippy, because ultimately, if Formal gets that kill, they might not be able to run this flag so smoothly towards Util. If Formal was able to get that kill, get a little bit extra damage, maybe even a double kill. But this is a smooth flag run here.
They have to be careful that they get kills on the respawn here.
Too easy.
For Suppress, he knows
Yo, what's up, Jay Rizzle? Thank you so much.
he will have to fight to secure this flag. Renegade's still the overextender. Falcade gets another one. Penguin with the 1. There's 2 more players from Optic inside of the base. Suppress needs to get these kills. He finds 1.
Yeah.
He'll get 2.
4 down. Big cap. Forcing overtime. Big freaking cap.
Go into overtime.
we said they had 1 push, and that is all they had. They make it count. And how about the overextension from Suppressed? To be in the right place at the right time as they get 3 dead. And how about the play call? He was about to fly G-slide bottom mid with the flag. Instead, he hits a hard...
It's a good game so far.
and the
It's a good freaking game.
but they perfectly timed the
Next cap wins it all. An immediate 3 down. And we'll always talk about when it comes to overtime. Like the starting strat can make or break you. Look how, I mean, the game starts.
bottom mid with the flag. Instead, he hits a hard...
The game starts, Trippy goes down. Falcade is already at the black screen here. Penguin tries to scam his life as long as possible, but that is a fast read down. And although Suppress was able to sneak through, what can he do by himself? Nothing. Flag's already on the move right now.
Formal's got a camo, and I was about to say, I was a bit worried for Faze having done the hard work.
Formal wants to deal with the cross mapper. That's an how did Falcon actually got a return? Faze actually got a return there. I bet Optic might be a little bit frustrated with that one. It felt like they had a lot of control there. Control, camo, damage advantage.
Trippy and Penguin. In the end, he's taken down, however, so it's a 4v2 on the push.
So that was a big freaking stop by Faze.
Threat sensor goes down. They know the flag is clear. They know everyone's trapped on the P side. Faze do a really good job here. Really good job to trade that damage, get those kills.
They go for the mosh pit strategy. Just send bodies in there and start punching. And in the end, it works. They clear out their own base and allow themselves to now push.
Clean.
3 minutes 40 left in our overtime period. Of course, if we're still scoreless, we will go to another second sudden death overtime.
3 dead on the side.
Optic go 3 down.
One more gonna be last alive. Falcon trying to pressure Falcon.
Oh, Formal tries to jiggle peek Falcon. Not going to work.
We'll get the trade.
Falcon actually has a double kill before going down here. Penguin still has 2 players in front of him right now. Oh, man. Falcon did some max damage there, but somehow was not enough for them to convert that into a flagpole.
Now officially in sudden death.
Surprised Formal's actually still alive back here, to be honest with you.
Optic a little bit trapped at the moment. Camo coming up as well. And you can see that they're a little bit worried here, Optic, about that green gun as well. That's why Trippy connects. But bound
Good defense by Optic.
to take him down.
Optic are still looking for like 2 clean kills in order for them to push up. They got what they were looking for. Now have a lane that they could ultimately play through here. Actually, no, still. Because Falcon got camo.
A huge
So, I mean, it felt like at first it was a defensive effort to get FaZe out of their base because of overwhelming pressure. Now a defensive effort to stop the camouflage. Bound with a huge kill, but Penguin with a cleaned up. Oh my gosh! He sneaks it through.
We'll go slightly ahead of where he was planning that run. And we're in a similar situation to what we were a few
A
months ago.
bit hesitant on this flagpole. I'm surprised that he, I mean, I respect it. I mean, I see the thought process there, but maybe if he was a little bit quicker to pull that through, maybe it gets further. Suppressed and Drippy. Now wanted to push it. Now it's a collapse. Hold on. There's a patient play here.
legend alive in the back of the base.
What gets to?
So Formal and Legend could have collapsed on Utah and pulled that flag early. But look what they're doing here. They're waiting. The reason why is there's only 1, if not 2 players max. Renegade and Bound have timing. Renegade's able to get behind them. And now when Legend and Formal push this, now it's 1 or 2 players pushing from the right-hand side. Another one pushing from the flank. This is now not just a 50-50 gunfight between these two versus these two, versus 2 players versus 2 players. This is now a full-on pinch. Understanding that timing is actually huge, bro.
They're pinched. Optic want to counter count. Renegade gets one. Forward
They're actually massive.
pieces are starting to fall together. It's 3 dead. It's 4 dead.
Dude, that was perfect.
Optic will counter cap.
Dude,
And Optic will go up 3-0.
this was such a good decision right here. It doesn't seem like much.
To go at the last second.
It doesn't seem like much. First of all, I think Penguin could have got this further, but then,
Got 2 kills now.
I mean, just great nades by Optic and by Formal and Optic, but this right here, dude, 9 times out of 10, your matchmaking teammates are pulling the flag right away and then taking a 50-50 fight util 2v2 instead of waiting for Renegade to get activated on the map. A bit of a hesitation, a little bit of patience goes a long way. Forget a 2v2. Forget playing them on equal footing, because maybe they win this 2v2. Maybe they do. But why even leave it up to that? Take a second, breathe, let Renegade get activated, and now turn it into a bait and switch. Turn it into a complete collapse from multiple sides here. That hesitation guarantees that flag cap instead of, who knows, if both teams trade out their lives there and that flag just sits over toward the mid-map, it never gets returned. A little bit of patience by arguably the fastest team in the world goes such a long way. Such a long way.
Who else but Legend? Gets the
Dude, plays like that win tournaments.